Hey y'all, hey everybody, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is great. I am great attitude and great spirit. Hello, TT. Hey, Sarah. Hey, TMI. The TM text message. I heard, let me see, I was in the bushes and somebody say, chopping it up was straight like that or something like that. They done stole your name, the message. They done took your name from you, man. What's really going on in these streets? They stealing names, titles, pages. Wait, man. Let's. But let me just tell y'all, if you have not subscribed to Kings and Queens Reaction, man, y'all missing. If you have not subscribed to Kings and Queens Reaction, well, Perp, what do you mean? What I mean? What? I want you to go subscribe to King and Queen Reactions. Let me just give you a little bit of what I'm talking about before we get started. Let's go.
She not going in the incubator in another room. She not going behind closed doors. You know why?
In other Boosie-related news, the 42-year-old rapper is down in people hospital starting with doctors and nurses. Miss Connie, go get him. Hi, Jeremy and Twan. Just here to report the news. I don't want no smoke with nobody. The rapper, whose real name is Torrance Hatch, welcomed a baby girl just days ago with his fiancee Rogel Nelson and had the audacity. Well, you know what? I'm on his side on this one. Boosie says he told doctors and nurses that 7 will not leave their eyesight.
Get what I told her.
So congratulations to Boosie, y'all. On his baby girl, 97. I also want to put that out there. Yeah. I've been seeing people talk about it and everything. That man look like he's so happy. You know, before I get started, just say this right here. I know he happy because I can feel it. I can feel his smile. I can feel his whole demeanor through in my body toward that he putting out there. And when you young, a youngin, 17, 18, you really don't know what you got when you got a baby. You just really don't know what you got. You got something really precious, something sweet, something that's valuable, more valuable than anything in the world. Your little baby coming through, pushing through, making it here to see the world, the pretty lights, the colorfulness, smell the beautiful air, and you can protect that baby. And so I feel that with this new baby that he got right here, it's going to bring a more of a change in him than what he did, than what he had in him when he was a father at a early age. Yep, that's how I feel. But anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and get started. Thank you, sir, for dropping the links, baby. I sure appreciate you. You know, I would ask Sarah, so you mind the girl, dropping my channel for me, sis, you don't mind. So appreciate it. I thank you, sister. You show do that for my show. Appreciate you. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all go over there and I know you do. I know you got me, girl. And subscribe to Kings and Queens, y'all. Just reaction videos. And that way, why people want to do reaction videos? Well, y'all know that I if you know me and that you've been around me long enough, depression, I get sad, I cry, and things like that. And I do believe and I do know that in these reaction videos, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be also therapy for me as well, keeping me happy, keeping me laughing, smiling, enjoying myself. And so that's why I started with the reaction, because there's so much depressed things that go on YouTube. And I want to laugh. I like to laugh. I like to just kill myself laughing, enjoy myself. When I find myself down, depressed, and in a crying mode sometimes, I find funny videos to make me laugh, to make me happy. I watch cartoons to make me happy, to make me laugh, to put me in a whole different mood. And so with these reaction videos, it's like a therapy to me for laughter. It's going to be my output to make me happy, to make me not being depressed or sad or anything like that. That's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So laughter is a good thing. It's a good way of help. It's a good key of help with laughter. Smile. I mean, it's therapy. I understand you. I wish I understand what I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. Let's get to the good part. Let's talk about these DL men. They all come in all different kinds and races and cases. Let's check them out. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot my disclaimer. Let me put my disclaimer up. Bloop, bloop. There it is. Yep, Vino videos intended for educational purposes. Most definitely. So I got that. Now let's get into it. Let's go.
Okay, so story time. And get your cups, baby, because it's going to be get your cups. So, I went back home to Houston to go visit my friend. We did like a little Friendsgiving, and this is DL man that's been trying to get with me for like the past year. Y'all know I love me some pink meat. But me and Pink Meat, we wasn't dating. We were just, we wasn't together. We were just courting. So, anywho, he been trying to get me for like the past year, stalking my Twitter pages, stalking my Instagram pages, probably stalking his motherfucking page. I can care less, truth be told. So, he was like, oh, when you in town, come see me. I want to link with you, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, I don't trust DL man. I don't like them. They really can go to hell. I don't like DL man. I don't like them. I don't like them. So, but this time, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to see what you about, because you've been bothering me for a whole year. I've been paying you dust. But let's see what you're about. For sure. Let's link up. Now, mind you, I was a little nervous, because they're so unpredictable. Don't trust them hoes. So I go and link up with him, whatever the case may be. He, he real aggressive from the grip. I'm talking about grab me and pulling on me. And so I let him know, like, listen, bitch, don't be pulling on me like that, because I'm not like that. I mean, he does just grab me like, I don't like all that aggressive. I mean, I like it. I do like it. But, bitch, don't pull on me like that. Like I'm just I like that. Babe, when I tell you that man was so funky, stank. He was stank. He tried to pull his thing out on me, baby. That thing did not get hard, and he was musty in the mug. I'm talking about phone. Baby, how dare you invite me to come and try to come lay out with you, and you stink. You stink. Matter of fact, I wasn't trying to come lay out with you. You were just stink. Then you got the audacity talking about, oh, I think you the one. Not me. I ain't the one for you, baby. And I politely told him, I said, baby, you are musty. You know that, right? Like, he was like, oh, I took a shower. I just ain't got no deodorant. What the fuck? What you mean you ain't got no goddamn deodorant? Long story short, fuck this deal. Fuck this deal, man. They nasty.
He said, hey, they stink. He got another point, y'all. He got another point, y'all. Let me play. He got me over spin.
What I'm about to tell you can be very sensitive to some people, but yet informative to others. This is my life. Story time. I grew up in a very loving and supportive home with my brothers and my sisters. We shared so many memories. Christmas, Easter, birthdays. My mother always gave us the best that she had. My mother would always share with us how to be vulnerable and how to communicate our emotions with her. At times when I was sad and school wasn't going as according to plan, my mother will always tap on our emotions so we can share them with her. Man, she is the best mother any child can ask for. What happened to me at a very young age, around 8 years old, and it lasted for 2 years, that's nothing she could do to protect me if I never told her. As most kids, we meet some of our closest friends while we're in school. And just so happened that this particular guy was in my neighborhood and his father was in the military. My parents and his parents was close friends, somewhat as relatives. We went over to his house, he came to our house. We shared holidays together. We even shared birthday parties together. They was very close, and especially in the summertime. For the past 2 summers, I would stay the night at my friend's house for maybe like a week. School is out. We just wanted to have fun and just hang out. My close friend had 2 other siblings and they both were boys. When I would stay the night, I would stay downstairs in the basement. It was a finished basement and it had a bedroom and a bathroom there. On this particular night, we went to bed early. I am asleep. When I tell you I'm knocked out, I am knocked out. But I wake up to someone touching me on my private areas. Now I think I'm dreaming, but in reality, someone is really physically there touching me. In my mind, I don't know what to feel. I don't know if it's right, and I don't know if it's wrong. Now, I'm 8 years old. I don't know that this should happen or not happen. It doesn't feel right, but it's happening. And it's happening to me by my friend's dad. He is rubbing on me, and he's behind me while I'm laying on my side. And as he's touching my body, he says to me in my ear, "Do you like it?" And I don't respond because I don't know what to say. But in my mind, no, I don't like it. So he stops, he gets up, and he leaves. And I'm laying there thinking, what just happened to me? But I fall asleep. Next morning, it's as if nothing ever happened. It's almost like another day. Me and my friend is having fun. Things are going well. But it happens again the next night. And the next night. Until I go home. Go home and I say absolutely nothing about it to my mother. Although my mother had opened up a space for us to always share with her if anything was happening. She even had taught us if anyone touches us in our private areas to immediately let her know. But I was afraid. I was afraid that nobody would believe me. So I kept this secret to myself. I lived my little child life as if nothing ever happened. And then the next summer came around, I stayed at my friend's house, and it happened again. But it got more intense. His father started demanding me to do things that I wasn't aware of. He started demanding me to touch his body And I had never done that. His daddy started putting his mouth on my private areas and start touching me on my back area. I was so uncomfortable, but I also was afraid. Many years go by, and I turned 27 years old, and I finally told my mother what happened to me. My mother cried. She cried, and still today it bothers her. I remember her telling me, Alan, I could have protected you if you told me. How did this happen? And she wanted details, and I understand. But I was so afraid that something would happen if I told my mother, even though she told me to tell her as a child. I just was afraid and didn't know how to even start the conversation. But my mother embraced me. She loved on me. And she even apologized for her not knowing the signs. But I really feel like I didn't show any signs. She did the best she could. Just 2 years ago, I went to this guy and I visited him. And I asked him, do you remember touching me when I was a child? The face of shame, regret. He said to me, I do. I do remember touching you. He apologized for what he'd done, but somehow it just did not feel complete enough. I felt myself getting angry, getting upset. And I kept asking, why did you do that? And he told me that his father touched him when he was a child.
Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. That change you right there. Anybody, wherever you at, do not let your kids stay with nobody. But my thing is, if it went on like that, and you went back again the next year, and then it got a little intense, you went back again, why would you keep going over there? So what I gather out of this right here, that boy's daddy turned him into what he's turned into right now as of today. So who's to say that? And he said that the man said his father did it to him. So who's to say that he wasn't doing it to his own son? I don't get it. That's sickening. I'm right here with sister right here. With TT. What TT say? Sad. So I wonder, is this how some of the men end up being down low men because of the things that this man said happened to him when he was a young man? And this is educational purpose. We need to know. We need to know. I just can't get it out. Possible. Yeah. That man had been, if he could touch his friend like that, and I know he was touching his kid because he said his daddy did it to him. And that boy was not even his kid. He belonged to somebody else. And my thing is, why would you not tell your mom? And you kept on going to his house every year? I wouldn't kept going to his doggone house. Why would you not a closed mouth, y'all? You'll never hear nothing that you need to hear that's important. Teach your kids to speak up.
Hey, cuz, what you doing? You busy? No? Okay, do you want to hear about the time when I left a DL guy at a restaurant? Yeah. So, this happened like a few months ago or whatever like this. In my case, I was on a particular app. Y'all know which app that is. It's the J, ends with it, start with a J, ends with a D. Yeah. So, there's guys on there, all of us know. People be on there talking about something they want this and that and the third, and they knowing damn well they don't want it, right? So I'm going through here erasing messages because it's a bunch of bullshit. So I received this one profile where it kind of came at me correct, but it was a blank profile. So I wrote him back and I said, hey, if we're going to have a conversation, I'm going to need to see a picture of you. So he was nice enough to send me about like 5 pictures. I was like, okay, he very handsome. So we're talking, chatting and everything like that. He asks us for my number. I give him my number, and as soon as I get him my number, we FaceTiming. We were talking on the phone every day, chatting up, everything, right? So That lasted about like, I think, a week. So next thing you know, he asks me, he was like, "Hey, you busy this weekend?" I said, "No, what about you?" He said, "Well, I'm trying to take you out on a date. I'll pay." Remember that. So next thing you know, that day comes. We're FaceTiming. We're both getting ready to go on this date. So we both cleaned up everything. We finally made it to the restaurant. We're having a good little time. I'm shy. I'm shy when you first meet me, or I'm kind of a little socially awkward when you first meet me because I don't know how to react. So I was basically just quiet, shy. Really wasn't saying too much, but I was still doing the regular things. Like I was still talking shit with him, laughing, not trying to keep eye contact with him or nothing like that, right? So in the midst of us eating and drinking and having a good little time, his phone vibrates. His phone is on the table, face down. And I was like, "You gonna answer that?" He was like, "No." He reached down and he clipped the little button on the side to sit up there and I guess stop it from ringing. I was like, "You need to try." I'm like, "Who was that?" And he was like, "Oh, ain't nobody important." So I hear his phone vibrate again. I said, "Whoever it is must be very important." He was like, "No, it ain't important." He was like, "No, you're important right now." Yeah. So his phone rings again. I reach over and I just turn his phone up. I turn his phone face up and I see a whole girl. It says my wifey. And I was like, and I was real quick. I was like, I'm like, you better answer her. You better find, answer, see what she want. And he like, "Man, why'd you do that?" I said, "You need to answer the damn phone." I'm like, I'm not finna sit here and listen to the damn phone vibrating throughout this whole date or whatever. And he was like, "Man, I'll call her back later. I'll call her back later. I'm with you right now." I was like, okay. So now we sitting there talking, we still sitting there. I'm still trying to carry on, conversation, acting like ain't nothing happened. So the check come. Yeah, this way it gets interesting. So he says, when the girl come over there with the check, she was like, "What's this gonna be? This gonna be separate or together?" And he was like, "Together." And so I'm looking at him just smiling, not thinking like, I can't wait to fucking leave here. So he grabs his wallet, y'all. He just fumbling through his wallet. And next thing you know, he was like, "Damn, I ain't got my card. I ain't got no extra cash." He like, "You got something on you?" I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "You ain't got to worry about it. I'll pay for it." And he was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll pay for it, baby. Don't worry about it." And he was like, "Damn, you a real one. Damn." He was like, "Damn." He like, "I lucked out." I was like, "Yep, you sure did." So the girl come back and she was like, "You ready to pay?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." Separate. And he looked at me when I said that. He looked at me was like, "Man, I thought you said you was gonna pay." And I said, "And I thought you was real. Apparently not." So I was like, "Yeah, man, split this." I said, "He gonna pay for his and I'm gonna pay for mine." And so she was like, "Sir, you ready to pay?" He was like, "No, not yet." I said, "But I'm ready to pay." So she walks off. He was like, "Man, bro, I thought you was gonna pay for me, man. That's fucked up, man. That's messed up." I said, "No, that's messed up." I said, "You got a whole wife and girlfriend or whatever, and you out on a date with me?" He was like, "Man, that ain't important." I said, "Yes, it is important." Cause like I told him, I said, I don't play about my girls. So I was like, "What? I don't know what you gonna do, but I don't sit up here and pay for men like that. Not no, cause I'm like, first of all, you're not even my man. Second of all, you DL or whatever you is, and I don't play them games. Okay, so I was like, I don't know what you gonna do, but as soon as she come back with that check, I'm signing my stuff and I'm finna leave. It's a good thing that we drove separate cars. And so he was like, "Man, you really gonna do that?" I'm like, "How many times you gonna ask me that?" I told you no. So she came back with the check. I sit up there, I signed it, put my card in my wallet. He was like, "Man, come on, man, just this one time." He was like, "I'll make it up to you." She's standing right there. And so I said, "Ma'am, you have a good day." And I left her a little $2 tip. I said, "I don't know what you gonna do." I said, "You better pay that." I said, "You better pay them folks." I grabbed my keys, got up, walked right on out the restaurant, and I blocked him as soon as I got out the door. So, cousin, I'm glad you heard that because, baby, I got more stories, okay? But I'm going to let you go to bed and I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Bye.
See that, y'all? It's a bunch of men out there like that. This man had a whole wife. He had a whole wife. But how we know the man didn't have kids? How do we know he didn't have no kids with a whole wifey? Oh, my God. Man, say, on here, y'all, I'm gonna also play the DL list. They got a DL list in Houston. It's a list in Houston. It came out, yeah. And I got that list. And we gonna hear that list, baby. Oh, we gonna hear that list before we leave here. I'm gonna play that list. Yes. Yes, sir. Very, very sick. He playing mind. He playing a game, a mind game, and you know he got a whole wife, and you got this dude you finna go eat with, and dude clearly said he love his girls. He ain't down with that. You know, if you got a woman, you know you need to stay with your woman, or you need to leave her and then continue what you want to pursue. What you want to pursue. But don't pursue something like that. Me, you see what I'm saying? That, and you know you got somebody you're married, and then y'all, how we know he ain't got no kids with the lady? And clearly he was trying to hide something because he had his phone turned downward. And why would he not just turn his phone on vibrate or silent if you go out with somebody like that? That's the right thing you would do, wouldn't you think? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Very, 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 very sickening. Sickening. What did he say? The disrespecting that is real. Very real. I'm telling y'all, it's like it when I was getting these videos, y'all, it make me think, damn, I don't even know if I even want to mess with a man, because man, I don't know if he got a homegirl boy. I mean, you know, his girl, boy, girl. I mean, I don't know. And then you got to use protection because you just never know what your man is out there doing. Oh, you know I ain't doing nothing. I don't need no protection. Why you gonna treat me like this? Because I don't know, because of things that I've seen, y'all. When I was downloading stuff, y'all, it was I was getting scared. I'm like, oh no. And then when I heard that, now y'all know I don't listen too much. I don't watch too much of the videos without y'all. But I did watch that video with the Houston list, the download Houston list. I'm gonna play it. But I did watch that list. I watched that.
Y'all gotta be careful. There's a lot of DL men that's in the closet right now. And how I know? It's because I was dealing with one. Now, let me tell y'all exactly what took place. Me and this man was seeing each other for about 6 months. Literally. 6 months. Right? He was taking me out on dates, buying me things, doing things for me, and vice versa. Now, I was coming out of pocket for like dinner, lunch, things like that. And we even went on vacations together. Multiple vacations. We was going to take it a little bit further, but I was like, no, let me go ahead and heal from the situation I was in before, because I used to be married or whatever, right? So he agreed. Everything was going good, you know, everything was fine. I mean, like, it was just perfect. But the only thing that got me was not the feminine ways that he had, because he was a little, you know, he was raised by his mother and a whole bunch of sisters or whatever. But at the same time, it's like I can feel it. You know, I can just feel that he had something going on with him. And plus, I wasn't giving him none. But that's neither here or there. He treated me like a queen. He treated me like a queen. He treated me real good. Nobody has ever treated me like a queen or treated me this good in my life when it came to a relationship. So, you know, I'm all happy and everything. I'm like, oh, this is my man. This going to be my man. You know, we ain't going to put no label on it yet. I still got to know him inside out, and he still got to know me inside out. Everything was going good. Everything was going fine. Like, I literally caught feelings for this man. Like, caught feelings. So then I went ahead and met up with him not too long ago, right? Met up with him and said, okay, let me go meet up with him or whatever, because I didn't feel comfortable with him coming over to my place like that, you know. Even though we were seeing each other for 6 months, I didn't feel comfortable. You know, I didn't even feel comfortable with going over his place. It was more so like we going out, doing this, doing that. Hell, I can go to the pub for all I care. Look, a date is a date. Now, mind you, even though I did not go to his house, he gave me a key. And I remember, the 3rd month into our situationship, he gave me a key. And I'm going to call it a situationship, just because it wasn't a relationship yet. You know, I was trying to get there. We were trying to get there, or was I trying to get there? But anyway, in my mind. But it was a situationship to me. You know, we wasn't in a relationship. So, boom, he gave me a key. I said, let me go ahead and surprise this man real quick. You know, I ain't had nothing in my hand to give him or nothing, but I said, let me go ahead and surprise him. He wasn't at work, none of that. So I'm all happy. I goes to his house, right? Opens up the door. Not slowly, because I didn't know if he was messing with somebody else, this, that, and the third. In my mind, he wasn't messing with nobody else, because in my mind, he was in love with me. You know what I'm saying? And so was I. Well, no, I wasn't in love with him. Let me not even lie. I had feelings for him. That's the right word. I opens up the door, right? I didn't even call his name. I just walked in. And I was walking all over the place and everything like, oh, he got a nice home. Because you really don't see too many men with a nice home. You really do not see that. You know what I'm saying? He had a little female's touch and everything. Like, okay, damn, he got it going on. I goes up the stairs. I goes up the stairs. I didn't creep. I walked up the stairs, right? It could have sounded to me like nobody was there. I opens up the door. Let me get myself together. Let me bring it down a notch, because I already knew. And what do you know? A whole man was in that bed. A whole man. This wasn't no random female. This wasn't no female, period. This was a man. A whole man. I was shocked. I wasn't surprised, but I was shocked. I sat there like this. I didn't say nothing. I sat there just like this. Are you serious? And you know what's crazy? They just kept on going. They kept going. And I'm like, hold on. So you didn't hear me open up the door? I know I ain't go like this. I opened up the door regular. And they just kept on going. So you know what I did? I wasn't going to jump over the bed and get the other person. I wasn't doing none of that. So as I proceeded to close the door, that's when the one guy said, So I said, you know what, sir, I ain't finna argue with you. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't doing it. You know, so he want to go back and forth with me and stuff like he's a female and all that other stuff. The other one that I'm supposed to have feelings for, like, oh, it ain't what you think. Oh, then what is it? So I ain't have time to hear no explanation. You know what I did? I up and left, took my stuff, and I was gone. All I've been getting is messages, phone calls, all types of stuff. I was gone. When I tell you I got in that car and I zoomed off, I zoomed off. Females, be careful. If your gut is telling you something wrong, something is wrong. It's a lot of DL men out here. It's a lot of them out here that's messing with females and then going back messing with men. So I'm so glad I did not let this man touch me. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm so glad I did not let this man touch me. I dodged the bullet. I was catching feelings for this man. You could have told me that you was like that. You know, we could have been just friends, nothing more, for sure. And I'm tired of these men out here tricking us females, thinking that we the only ones. You get what I'm saying? Now, if it's with another woman, we can get past that. You get what I'm saying? After some time, we can get past that. But with a whole man? Ladies, even the men, I know y'all can relate. I know y'all can relate. I was so embarrassed, even though nobody was around. But it's just the humiliation part of it. You know what I'm saying? This man could have told me. He could have sat down and told me. We could have had a conversation. But he wasn't trying to give me a chance. I'm not one of those females, them type of females that like that type of stuff. Because you got some females that actually like that type of stuff. I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's just nasty and disgusting. I'm not doing that.
I ain't one of them females either, sister. They nasty, y'all. They nasty queens in the chat. They nasty. That man nasty. And then if he knew he was, wait a minute. If this turkey knew that he was on the DL, why would he give her a key? Why he give her a key? Why did he give her a key? If he knew that he played both ends. Why did he give her a key? Why would you give a person a key like that if you knew that the situationship, as she say, wasn't right in life? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes some men be on a DL and have a woman on their side because like I said, they're just embarrassed by their cousins, daddies, sister, and brother. Don't want them to know what kind of person that they are, y'all. That's why they hide that kind of stuff, because they don't want nobody to know, to be outing them, and don't want to be looked at differently with I guess with the family. But y'all be surprised what the family be already knowing. The family be already knowing that you already a she and him, she, he, or he, she. The family be knowing. They just be waiting for you to come out and say what you are. Then wonder why HIV rates through the roof. I know, right, TT? Right. So, yeah, them be the ones, y'all. So, I'm telling you, you can't even have even husbands is on DLs. And you get a husband on a DL, you want to put your foot so high all to your knee, up in there, up in his rectum. What in the world? And like teacher said, this is a problem in America right here. That's the problem right there. Them three little words. After that, why? That's the problem. That is the problem. And that also, and Houston, Atlanta, they are saying them the main major, and some in Texas, are some of the main major cities with the high HIV and STD rates. I know y'all been seeing that stuff going around on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and stuff. If I seen, I know doggone well y'all done seen that stuff too. Sure. Man, you just make you say forget it. I don't even want I think I just be better off with me a robot. Did Perp say that? She sure did. Shut up, girl.
Ladies, I want to take all y'all by the hand, and I want to look y'all in your eyes and hold y'all hand and tell y'all, do not let these butch queens try to tell you how you could identify a DL man. Now listen, I understand in today's society, y'all want to know. All y'all want to know if my man is DL, stuff like that. But don't allow no gay male or no trans woman give you any indications that your man is DL. As a woman, your intuition is going to tell you everything, but you can't go off the words of others because of a certain characteristic or a certain action. Because I feel like once y'all hear these things, y'all go looking for it just to see. You have to understand, as a man, period, as a butch queen male, a transgender woman who once upon a time was a male, we are going to carry the same characteristics because we are all male. So just because me as a transgender woman, when I was a film boy or gay boy, I did a certain thing and I see your man doing the same thing, that does not mean he wants to be a trans woman. That does not mean he wants to be with a trans woman. That does not mean that. And I feel like it's such a witch hunt right now to try to figure out who's DL and who's not. Listen, can't nobody tell you, oh, if he does that, he's DL, he do it. Because guess what? We are all going to encounter men differently. A butch queen boy is going to encounter men differently than me as a transgender woman. Now, however, that don't mean exclude, like just overlook certain things. Do your investigation. But to sit here and invest yourself and be like, because I see this as like a little trend now. I scroll and they be like, this how you know your man DL, this how you know your man DL. We live in a world today where we don't know. We just never know. I get surprised all the time. And it's like, when y'all feed into that, y'all fuel it. And not only that, y'all be quick to say, oh, all they gotta do is come out and live in their truth. How can they when y'all are forcing that perception of forcing that imagery on these men because of what a fucking butch queen done said or a trans woman done said? Y'all can't be pushing these narratives on these men because y'all prevent them from living in their truth. Because how many of y'all will actually understand and be accepting if a man, not even just your man, just a man period, came up and say, I want to tell you that I'm bisexual or I'm trans attracted? Y'all will flip out. Y'all go crazy. Y'all go do the most. So y'all make it hard for people to live in their truth. Because I remember once upon a time, bitch, I was intimidated to tell my friends that, bitch, I was gay. I like the boys, whatever kiss me, because I knew they'll run it in the dirt. They'll sit in my face and say, somebody, it's okay, we understand, and then go back and tell everybody. So I feel like it's becoming not only is transphobia becoming normalized, and it's being like, it's crazy what they're doing with it now, but the search for DL men, the witch hunt for DL men, is even crazier. It's like every time you turn around, a bitch is giving you 10 fun facts on how to find out if your man DL, and the women be eating it up. It's like, y'all be saying like, oh, all these men gay. Yeah, if you listen to them type of bitches, them type of butch queens and punks, yeah. To them, every man is gay. You can't listen to somebody who think every man is gay, because every man is not. A lot of men are confident in their sexuality. A lot of these men are just metrosexuals. Unfortunately, we live in a time where men are feeling themselves. They are feeling themselves. Sometimes women get cocky, confused with sassy. A lot of times women feel like men are not supposed to have ego. They're not supposed to think highly of themselves. They're not supposed to put themselves before them. So now, if you, as a man, if you put yourself above women, you are considered DL or sassy, when really, all in all, that man values himself. But y'all gonna be biased. Y'all gonna think I'm biased because y'all gonna think I'm just trying to protect the DL man. But no, what I'm trying to do is keep y'all sanity, because y'all be going crazy with it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Stop listening to them damn punks. Please stop listening to them.
Would you listen to someone that was gay that would tell you about your man? I wouldn't, because how do I know that he might not want my man? But then, how would you know if your man was on the iffy side? How would you know? By watching him all the time? See the way the way he move, the way he interact, the way he talk, the way he do things. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It scared me. It don't scare y'all. I know y'all need to be scared just like me. Right, Sarah. Y'all need to be scared just like me. And then who to say that? Then you be like, well, how long you been on a DL? The man don't have to tell you what his sexuality is. He not obligated to tell you that. But you are obligated to find that out if you're going to be involved with that person in your life. You're going to be around that rolling and tumbling bed sheets with that person. You want to know what kind of person that is. And then you find him, okay, what if you find a man got 7 sisters and he the only boy? I got 7 sisters, I'm the only boy. How you think he going to be? Do you think he going to be all rough and tough, man? No, he going to have some femininity in him because of the fact that he's been raised by nothing but girls. Would you expect him to be gay, a bi, or a DL? Me, myself, my answer, I don't know. I don't know. But when you have that many girls, you got that one boy, you need a man somewhere. Somewhere got to be a man. Because if there's no man, he's not gonna learn no manly things. How to become a man, do man things, or think in a man's way, or on a man's agenda. Learn how to do fix on cars like a man. None of that. If he got 7 sisters and he the only doggone boy, of course he gonna be feminine somewhere, I know. But it don't mean that because a person feminine, a man is feminine, don't mean that he's gay, or don't mean that he's gonna be on a DL, you know. But then it's also things that you got to watch, you know. You can't always put things in the back of your mind, just say, I ain't gonna worry about it. Sometimes you gotta put them things that you got on the back burner. You got to move them a little bit too close to the front, closer to you. I don't care if it's one hour behind the first behind the first burner. You need to know. I mean, it's like I want to know what I'm messing with. You know what I'm talking about? What's good? I want to know. That's why you don't be too quick to jump in bed with people. Hold your peace when they come down and put that part. Cross your legs. Don't give up nothing just too fast. You need to find out some things. And sometimes I'm talking about more than 6 months too. Yeah, that part.
Okay, so I am ready to tell my story on how I found out that my ex-boyfriend, I don't know how to say it, he used to date guys or he was currently dating guys. He's on the DL. I don't know. I still don't know. I can't wrap my head around it, y'all. But anyway, all right. So I met my boyfriend at a bar that I was working at. And at the time, he was a regular and we were just friends. We have been platonic friends for a little while. And I'm going to be honest. The first time I met him, I didn't think he was gay, but maybe like the second, third time, I don't know, it was something about him. It was just something about the way he carried it. So I'm like, he seemed a little fruity. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm not offending nobody with my words, because I talk a little wild, but I love people. Like, I love y'all. Like, if you know me, I do not judge nobody, okay? But he was a little fruity tooty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I think he gay. So then he started talking about he had kids. He had 2 kids and 2 baby mamas and all that. So I'm like, okay, but ladies, we know nowadays that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. So, okay. So I'm thinking this dude gay, and I'm like, okay, I don't think I want to date. Like, he don't seem interested in me. And then on top of that, he was interested in like another friend of mine. Like, he wanted to date her, and I'm like, nigga, she's definitely not going for you. But we was friends at the time. I didn't take offense to it, nothing. So fast forward to when we finally start dating, because mind you, my brother used to always tell me like, oh, you need to try something new because you always dating the same type of hood niggas, drug dealers, all them. And he like, you need to try something new. So, me being me, I'm like, okay, maybe I do, because I'm the type of gal, I'm not going to lie. If a dude doesn't exude a certain amount of masculine energy, I'll automatically think you're a little suspect because of things I've witnessed before. And this story is a pure example of why you need to trust your intuition, ladies. Okay, so I'm trying to hurry up. Okay, so I found out, I told him, like, once we started like dating and stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't date you, I didn't want to deal with you at first because I thought you was gay. This man go, I figured that. You figured that? That's all you got to say? And mind you, we were out at a bar and we were drinking, so it was a lot transpiring that night, so I didn't have a chance to go back and revisit that statement. Damn it, I'm running out of time. Like for part 2, because I'm going to tell y'all the rest. Ooh, boy.
She didn't have a part 2, y'all. I'll look for that part 2. I went down her whole all through her videos. It wasn't no part 2. But let me ask y'all something. What do they mean when they say try something different? What do they mean? I don't know what they mean by that. Try what different? Yeah, TT said preach. Try something different. What do you mean I'm a woman? I'm supposed to like men. Try what different? You trying to say there's something that you see something about him that I don't see? And sometimes we see little signs of things, y'all, but sometimes we just let stuff go. We don't pay no attention to it. It's thrown in our face. And then it's when we open our eyes up a little bit. But when she say try something different or think differently, how can you? When a man give you a certain sign, we all come up with an intuition. Our antennas come up. Even a man, with a man have signs about a woman that he got his instincts kick in on a woman. So ours may just be kicking in a little bit faster than what a man instinct kick into. You know what I'm talking about? But my thing is, whew, no, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm keeping my little crumb snatcher to itself. I don't want my crumbs snatcher to snatching nothing with crumbs. A little crumb, big crumbs. I'm gonna leave my crumb snatcher at the house. Boy, I tell you, you don't know what you getting no more. And then you think you got your man. Just imagine you think you got your man all this time. You had babies by this man. Lord have mercy. And you come to find out that he got a boyfriend, girlfriend, a shim friend. Man, I think that's the day I'm going to lose my cool. I think that's the day I'm going to go on lockdown for a long time. Because it's going to be some drama. It's going to be some problems. Ain't nobody going to get no other rest. And I mean that. Ain't nobody getting no rest. Nobody. And I like seriously got to pay attention to signs. Yeah, but then you might also, you don't want to pick the wrong sign. You know, sometimes you might get the right sign, but then sometimes you might have the wrong sign. But that, I guess, is why they say you got to wait and contemplate. You got to sit back and wait till that time come, and then when it presents itself, then it's when you be able to present what you got to present with, what you've been presented with. I don't know. But let's get on, y'all. Here we get on down the line.
Take me a shower, girl. Okay, y'all, so since you asked for it, I'm going to give you story number one. Well, I ain't going to say story. I'm going to give you tip number one, okay? Because you know why? Men like him, okay? He likes men. So since y'all asked about DL men, let me tell you one secret I learned out of 1,000. Men that like to be a man all day, they like to tell other men what to do, they like to be bossed around. You know, they gotta be a man 24/7. They're the ones that be the softest bitches in the bed. You know what a man told me? He told me he's always in control 24/7. But some days he don't like to be in control. He likes someone to dominate him. He wants to be dominated. Can't no woman dominate him. He want a unicorn. That's a new word for y'all to learn. Look it up. A unicorn. It's called a unicorn. Let's just say it's a woman with a little bit of extra between her legs. They like to be dominated by those. Some of them like to put on lingerie. Yep, some of them have lingerie better than me, bitch. I be looking around like, where the fuck you got this shit from, bitch? It's kind of cute. Anyway, they like to be dominated. They be soft and weak in the sheets. But a whole nigga out here in the streets and sun up. I done met some, honey. I'm dominated some myself. Let me tell you something. What a noodle do when it get hot? It bends. Just like that man.
I can't stand him. I can't stand his laugh. A man like to be dominated. I know a long time ago they had women with dominatrix. And they have them men just be just so weak. I wonder was some men, some feminine men too, was trying to what they probably turn into. I wonder. Boy, let me tell you, boy. Yes, sir. What the hell's though? Let me see.
You know what? You're right. A lot of women don't have no clue. A lot of women don't know what be going on, but they starting to catch on. Back then, we didn't have social media and videos and all this shit. Now everything is coming to light. It is. DL men are dangerous motherfuckers. They dangerous. They do reckless shit behind closed doors. But when they leave your house, oh, they completely normal. They completely normal. Mm-hmm. I done met some men that have high-power jobs. Men that be doing all kinds of normal shit. Baby, as soon as you dim them lights, them motherfuckers transform. They transform Sailor Moon Hood Edition, this bitch. That's why I'm like, you gay as hell, sissy.
Oh my God. And I believe him. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. From now when I start seeing some men now, I'm gonna look at them totally different. I'm gonna look at them like, are you him? You know what I'm saying? My outlook gonna be different on a man now when I look at a man. Some, I guess, I don't know. It's just gonna be, my eyeballs gonna get tired watching folks.
Yo, what's good, you guys? Make sure before you start this video, make sure you follow me and make sure you give this video a heart and share this video with your friends. This is my story time about the very first time that I hooked up with a DL guy. So here the fuck we go. So I had just moved to the place that I live at now, and this fine ass guy kept on looking my way. You know, every time I would go running or something like that, I would run into him, and he just always gave me these looks and these eyes. So I get a message on Instagram, and it's him, and saying like, "Oh, bro, we should chill. And I'm like, okay, let's chill, you know, da 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 da. So he comes to my house, and next thing you know, you guys want part two?
He sucked. See, I didn't watch that part.
You see a man that's always angry with a woman and he don't like women and he's always saying something negative about a woman. Why is that?
Maybe because he's hurt?
No. Yeah, he's hurt because he can't walk in his truth. He's hurt because really he want to lay down with his homeboy, but for the world he has to be with a woman. It's clear as day. I see it happen all the time. There's no reason why a man should always be upset with a woman. What it is a lot of men struggle with their sexuality. What it is a lot of men can't walk in their truth. What it is a lot of men have to deal with women for their family's sake, for business, for image. But when a man is constantly aggressive and mean and evil and beating on the woman, on that list of demons that he's fighting is sexuality.
I've never met a man that's always angry with a woman. I never met a man like that before. Let me think. No. As far as I can think, I've never seen nobody like that. I never met a man like that before. Not that I can recall. No, I haven't.
I was imprisoned for 7 years of my life, from the age of 20 to 27. One day, go through the pictures and put a name with them, and it was kind of bad, the total of people. And these are the guys that come home to their wives and their families, and no, I never messed around. I didn't play that. This picture here is a picture of Duro. Just believe it or not, I just ran into him a couple weeks ago. He was with his wife and kids. So that goes to show you DL lifestyles. This is Willis. I don't know why I was attracted to guys doing life. I guess the one that really stands out to me or is really a memory to me is a young man named Kevin. We were together 2 years. He's doing...
This man right here, I put in the chat. This man right here got pictures of I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Story time. Let me get y'all a little story time while I'm getting an oil change real quick. I was about 23 years old. I came out at 22, mind you. This is around the time I first started messing with dudes. So with my best friend over one of her friend's house, and her friend found out that I'm gay. So she's like, oh my God, can you tell me is my boyfriend gay? I'm like, why do you think he gay? She said all he wanted to do was hang around with his male friends. She has to beg him to like cuddle with her, be intimate with her, things like that. She was like, she sent him like a thirst trap picture, like come and get it. And he never came and got it. So she was like, this is too many red flags. So she had to show me his pictures, his Facebook page. So when she gets this Facebook page, she showed me one of the pictures he took with somebody else. Now, I don't know her boyfriend, but the dude in the picture, I do know. So I didn't tell her, I didn't tell my best friend, I didn't tell nobody. I was like, okay, whatever. So back in my head, I'm like, okay, if this boyfriend is DL, he's probably DL too. Now the gag is, her man was fine as heck. When I tell you he was a 10 out of 10. So I did what any gay boy would do. I sent him a friend request. Now, he did not accept my friend request, but he did send me a message. Y'all know the message DL sent you. Do I know you? Who is this? All of that stuff. I'm like, no, you don't know me, but I just scrolled through your page or whatever, and I thought you was handsome, just wanted to click follow. He replies, I appreciate that, you're handsome too, bro. Got him. Long story short, like, I believe like a week later, maybe like 10 days, somewhere around there, we linked up, took him down, sure did. Now, it was an isolated incident. We only linked up one time. It was really good, though. I really enjoyed the experience, okay? I understand why his girlfriend was in the dilemma on leaving him or not. I never told my best friend, never told nobody pretty much, and yeah, I kept it to myself like I do with pretty much every DL nigga I ever been with. So, yeah, moral of the story is, don't tell nobody your business. Point blank period, anybody. And stop asking gay boys, is your boyfriend gay? Because literally, all we gonna do is find out for you.
I ain't never asked no gay dude about nobody being gay. That would be kind of messed up, wouldn't it? And then he right. If you had a gay friend and you asked him to find out if your boyfriend is gay, how you gonna find out? He got to run some test by, right? He got to run some by, right? Let's check out this lady, y'all, and she is very beautiful.
Let me tell you how I went on a date in Atlanta, and the guy who I went on a date with, his boyfriend showed up at the restaurant while we were on our date. So the previous day, I'm at the mall, I see the guy, we like exchange looks, so like I know he knows that I think he's attractive. I know he think I'm attractive because we're looking at each other. We've passed each other multiple times in the mall and we're looking. So probably like the third time we've passed each other, he's like, excuse me, I think you're very beautiful. I would like to take you on a date. I'm like, okay, cool. We can exchange information, get to know each other, and then we could put something in motion. So cool. We talking the whole day. Everything's going good. He seems down to earth. He seems cool. We have a lot in common. Whoop-de-whoop. Right. So he's like, okay, let's do something for tomorrow afternoon. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. He's like, do you want me to pick you up? I'm like, well, you know, this is our first time meeting. I don't really feel comfortable with you picking me up from my home, even though, you know, I think you're a pretty cool guy. He's like, okay, cool, no problem. I'll send you a black truck. Boom. So that's the backstory of how we met. Fast forward to the day of the date, right? So we go to the restaurant. It's a very nice establishment. The vibes are nice. He comes with flowers. The conversation is good. The energy is good. And then he picks up his phone and the energy just like shifts out of nowhere. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, I gotta go to the restroom. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, go to the restroom. So while he's in the restroom, I ordered me a few more drinks. I'm noticing like, okay, he's in there for a little too long. Okay, so he comes out. When he sits back at the table, he's like fidgety as hell. Like he's moving, looking around, looking over the back of his shoulder, looking past me. I'm like, okay, are we safe? Is everything okay? Are we good? So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm good. Let's get a few more drinks so I can loosen up. I'm like, loosen up? I mean, we've been drinking. You was loose. So anyway, so then I noticed this group of men walk in, right? He peeps it too. Girl, when I tell you he adjusted his body as to not be seen. So I'm like, okay, maybe these are the ops. Maybe he's in danger, like something's going on. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna eat my food, mind my business, or whatever, cool. we're at a table where like the bar is across from us, so I can hear conversations at the bar. I can see people, right? So the group of guys sit there. One of the guys is like, yeah, my man out with some bitch. Oh, so I'm one ear to him, because like I want the tea. What? So he like, yeah, he don't even know I got his location. So I'm looking back at the person I'm on a date with. He's like this, making sure. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So he's like, I have to go to the restroom again. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is the second time. Are you finna leave? Do I need to pay? What's going on? So when he goes to the restroom again, the man gets up and goes to the restroom as well. But as the man walks past me, he's like, oh sis, you're beautiful. I'm like, oh thanks, you know, because when okay. So I'm like, thanks. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, they both going to the bathroom. But I'm not even putting that together because at this point I'm tipsy. Right. So something must have transpired in that restroom. Cause next I hear the person at the bar pick up the phone and he like, I'm on the way. And the group run to the bathroom. Security run to the bathroom. So I'm sitting here like, what's going on? Mr. My Date and Mr. You look good, sis, come out the bathroom tussling. You in here with this bitch and you had me at home thinking that you at home thinking. So he's like, you had me at home thinking, and you know I got your location, and how sneaky could you be? And you not even gonna let her know that you got a man. You got a what? You got a what? So mind you, I didn't drive here. So I'm having to like get on my phone, give me a new ride because I didn't drive. He done left me with the tab. Cool. I want to get up the hell on up out of here. So I pay the tab. I'm like, I'm not sitting in this restaurant waiting. I walk out. Oh, when I tell you they on the street going at it, the person I went on a date with, baby, you know, what is going on? I don't even know. So then I'm running out of time, but.
See how he could got her caught up? He could got her caught up in some beeswax. He could got her caught up real bad. Dang.
Story time. So I just left the gym, right? And of course, there's the DL train at the gym, girl. This the picture right here. Mind you, he was on the other side of the gym. He came all the way where I was to stretch. Why he got cakes? Cakes out the ass. Cake by the pound. Now, I can barely focus. Because I'm sitting here like, oh my God, he really just got his ass in my face. Lord. And dun dun dun, here come the fish, his girlfriend. Of course he got a girlfriend. It's always the DL train that got a girl. Girl, she come in, pooching in with a little 32 inches. It's all crumbly and crinkly and shit like some fries. And she looking at me up and down. I'm looking at her like, what's up? Get your man. Don't check me, check your man. Cause he around here looking at me. She got this stupid look on her face, so I go to do my squats. Here he come, right behind me. I say, oh my God, girl, you gonna make me have to pop fish in here. So girl, finally, I got tired of being followed around like we had a damn field trip and she the chaperone. I ain't got no goddamn chaperones, I'm grown. So I say, let me get my shit, let me go. Girl, before I be in jail. Girl, she was pissing me off, mind you. This the picture I took in the bathroom. Hold on. This the picture right here. You see it? Watch Ray walk in the bathroom when I'm taking this picture and say, nice picture, bro. Oh, do your girl know you in here? Girl, I can't. Moral of the story is, fish, stop outing your man. Y'all be outing y'all own men without them even doing anything. You following him around after he following a gay person makes it seem like he has a history of following gay people. That's why you're on his track so hard. You just outed him without him saying anything. Girl, if you would have calmed down, you made it obvious. Girl, stop it.
If I'm, I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. When I go to the gym, I'm guilty. Oh, I'll be looking at the man. I watch. I don't watch like that, but I look. Damn sure do look. Yeah, I look. I'm supposed to look.
This is Marcus and Alicia Lofton. They got married in February. On August 16th, she served him divorce papers after discovering he was on the DL. This would be the last video of them together as he murders her 5 days later. On Thursday, August 17th, according to police report, Marcus went to the home where Alicia was staying to confront her. He told the police they argued and he retrieved Alicia's pistol out of her drawer and tried to hit her with it. The gun went off and Alicia ran into the bathroom, locked the door, and tried to climb out the window. He then shot her multiple times and fled the scene. Marcus is currently being held in jail without a bond on charges of open murder and felony firearm. Let's keep Alicia's family in our thoughts and prayers. What do you think about today's case? Comment below and don't forget to like this video and follow me if you are.
Question. Why when men get outed and they wives find out and their girlfriends find out, why do they try to unalive them? I don't understand. They can't feel guilty because they wouldn't be doing it if they feel guilty. Wouldn't they be more like apologetic than trying to unalive somebody? I would think so.
Okay, so this is a story time about how my cousin found out she was dating a DL man. And I got permission to tell this story, so just vibe with me. So she started working at this new job and she met the boy at the job. He was on the light bright side, not us. My job, she don't like soft dudes. Like, she like hard dudes. And at first, that's how he was coming off. Like, I'm with shits, So they end up going on a couple of dates. She started liking him. They was cool. They was vibing. So this one particular date, openly gay male was the waiter. So he kept like flirting with the waiter, the guy. He was flirting with the waiter. Like just being extra friendly, just keep talking to the waiter, smiling, stuff like that. So she side-eyeing that the whole time, like, what's going on? She never said nothing to him that day about that. So the date went on, they ate their food, it was time to pay the check. So the boy was like, I'm gonna just leave a $20 tip. And then he changed his mind, was like, nah, I'm gonna leave him more than that. So she said, why, you like him? He gonna say,
no, I just feel bad because he gay.
What the hell? What the hell? So she ain't say nothing after that, but the whole car ride home, she was thinking about that. Like, what's going on? Like, why he did that? What the fuck? So she ain't say nothing about that night. She just let it slide. But the whole ride home, she was in her head like, what's going on? Like, why he did that? That's weird. So he took her home that night, and the next day, she, like, wanted to spice things up. So she brought her a rose, and she took it to his house. He was with shit, So they did whatever they did. And, she was finna go home, so she, like, packed her stuff, and she, like, was finna take the rose. And he was like, nah, you can't take that. And she like, why not? He was like, nah, you only could use that with me. Like, that gotta stay here. So she didn't really think nothing of it. She just left the rose. So tell me why, on her way pulling out, there was a car pulling up. Little backstory.
The man a hustler. You know, he work, but he do his little thing on the side, if you know what I mean. So as she leaving out, a car pulling up, she thinking, it's just a little play. So, she drive off. She ain't think nothing of it. She just left. But as she leaving, she thinking to herself, like, that person look familiar. Like, where I know this person from? And guess who it was? Y'all comment and tell me if y'all want part two.
I didn't want part two.
Fucking kidding me? Ryan won't answer his fucking phone. He's at someone's fucking location. Who the fuck's house is this? Whose fucking house is this, bro? What the fuck? Hi, is Brian here? That's his car. Who's? I know Brian. That's my boyfriend. He's here and he needs to come out right now, or I'm calling the police.
You can't call the police. It's in my house. Bye.
Dude. Holy fucking shit. Brian's you're fucking a gay man. He's cheating on me with a fake.
I got a question. If you if you dated someone in her situation and he get busted with a guy, what would be your reaction? What would be your first your not your second reaction? What would be your first reaction? Sarah said, "Oh hell no, it was a server at the restaurant." Yes, it was. Ain't that something? But y'all, let's get to the DL list in Houston, Texas. I've been waiting for this list. Y'all, y'all, look here. Go get your water. I'll give me some drink. I'll give me some water, y'all. Because this right here, this list is 7 minutes and 50 seconds long. This is a DL list everybody's been talking about on TikTok, and all the DL people in the download people on TikTok, and also it's a prison group that deals with download men as well. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I learned all these groups and stuff and these different sites and stuff from when I was looking for stuff for the DL. You know what I'm talking about? I'm serious, y'all. But I got to go get me some water, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, this is going to be 7 minutes long. So please go get y'all some water. What we got to do, because I'll come back, y'all. I'm going to get my water, my refrigerator. I'm going to be on it. Y'all understand me? I'll be right back. It's okay, y'all. I'm back. I go get me some water, y'all. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get this list out here. Let's see. Let's go.
Okay, cousins, y'all been looking for that DL list, and I am a fellow Houstonian, right? My friend Ella is a transgender, and she's also my godmother. That's my baby, okay? And she gave me a few names and a few neighborhoods to give y'all where these men are actually DL, and it's not bullshit. You would think it's a game, but I'll give you a flash of it. And oh shit, there's something in the back. But hold on, I'm gonna take y'all to class. Give me a second. So our first contender is going to be your baby daddy, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor that claim that they happily married, and so on. But hold on, wait, I got some for real shit. That shit was funny though. Go ahead, laugh. Hey, give me a sec. Now, we have Austin. He's from the downtown area, Midtown, 3rd Ward, whatever area. We have Barron. He's from 5th Ward. He has a girlfriend and 2 children. We have Bernard. Bernard is from the Southwest, in A-Leaf. Billy, he's from Tab City, which is Broadway. Angelo is from Broadway. Antoine is from 3rd Ward. Antonio is from 3rd Ward. He has 2 kids. A boy named Ashley. He's from 5th Ward. Benjamin is from 5th Ward. Amir is from 3rd Ward. Andrew is from 3rd Ward. He has 2 baby mamas. And he stays in and out of jail. Andre is from 5th Ward. He has 2 baby mamas. He sell green. Jason is from the Missionary Square. That's some apartments in the South Houston. He's a blood. He got a couple of baby mamas. Hold on. Okay, back to the list. We have Jerome. We have Kendrick. We have Thomas. We have Eric. Eric is from 3rd Ward. We have Sam from 3rd Ward. He has a brother who has a baby mama named Marquetta. Whoever that is, y'all know who y'all is. William, that's my ex. Tommy, Lord have mercy. Tommy from 3rd Ward, y'all. Iman, Tony from 3rd Ward. Zarek, Derek is from 4,000. Trey is from 3rd Ward, but he hanging 4,000. He got 3 baby mamas. Chauncey, that's my ex. David, Lord have mercy, Jesus. We're not going to even say, fuck that. David is one of the damn, he works at the courthouse downtown in the divorce area, divorce section. Brandon, he's from 5th Ward. He got 2 baby mamas. He be sleeping with this girl named Raynette. He sell her pills. Oh damn. And she do fellatio for these pills. And she happens to be HIV positive. And yeah, this is the DL list, y'all. I want y'all to actually see this list. See this list. See the list. Can you see the name? I can't. I want you to see the name. I want you to actually. I don't know if you can see it, but I will. Yeah, Brandon. You got Larry. You got Javier, Xavier, whatever the fuck. You got Jaquez, Jaquez, whatever the fuck. You got Tyrone and Gary. They're my little cousins. I'm so serious. Bro, this is a serious list. Now take the shit serious because this shit is real. The shit is real. It's raw and it's uncut. You got Kevin. You got Telvin. LOL. Bitch, somebody. I just seen. Look, we was doing the list together. Me and my bestie was doing the list together, and we both put names, and we both put neighborhoods and shit, people who we didn't experienced, and shit we done heard shit about. Okay. Mario, yeah, Telvin is in Houston. Okay, yeah, Mario, and he's on TikTok. Now Mario is in Greenspoint. Willie is in Greenspoint. Randy, he's in Greenspoint. Tommy, and all these niggas hang at the corner store. All these niggas hang at the corner store, ladies. Bad bitches. Okay. Anthony, they call him Ant. He hangs at the corner store with Mario, Willie, Randy, and Tommy. Santana, Joe, Jonathan, Leon, Clifford, Thomas, Tommy. Oh, Lord. Christopher, that's my cousin. They call him Soup. Super, whichever one. Yeah. Not only is he DL, but he sleeps with his own family members, blood family members. But that's a different story. Harry, Noah, James, Braden, Brent, Caden. That's just the first part of the list. We're going to come back later because we got to finish and we got to talk to some more people. But also, ladies, if y'all want to know if y'all men or y'all friends or somebody is DL, go to the Montrose area on the weekends. You'll see some things that you will never think that you will see. Now, Montrose area in Houston, bitch, I'm giving y'all the scoop because I've been part of the LGBTQ or forever, and I feel like if there's DL people out here, they should be exposed. So because that causes a lot of deaths and it causes a lot of diseases, it causes too much. So yeah, we're gonna come back and we're gonna run the rest of the list. We already started on the second page, y'all. This is the second page we started on right here. So we're gonna talk to somebody, we're gonna talk to some people, and we're gonna come back. Y'all broke my motherfucking.
Yeah, and Jamal Nabsaid, I've heard that list. I heard a whole bunch of stuff on that list, sir. And again, Perp don't play anything that she don't do research on.
Okay, so this is a story time about how my cousin found out.
I'm bad. We played that a while ago. My bad, y'all.
Hey, cuz, what you doing? Shut up! Anyway, cuz, what you doing? Because when I tell you, I just made it home from Walmart. Let me tell you, these damn men out here are getting outrageous. Because I just had one walk up on me and his girl was in the damn store with him. So I was over in the chip aisle in Walmart because I needed me a little snack for work tonight or whatever. And I seen this guy and this girl, this black couple. And you talking about, they were both cute. They were really cute. I would give credit where credit's due. They were both fine. She had a nice little shape on her. He was built tall, looking good, had braids and stuff, and they were both matching. I guess they must have went worked out or something, because they both had on 2 muscle shirts, and she had on some leggings, he had on some slides and some gym shorts. And so they all the way down where the popcorn is, right, or whatever. And I'm in the middle where, the little goldfish crackers, I'm right up in there. And so I kind of looked down there at them, I kind of just looked down at them because they was down there talking, because I heard her. And so when I look down there, he's looking over her. And he's looking at me. So I'm looking down, down on the other end to see if, who else he looking at. It's only us 3 in the aisle. So I just turned my head back and I'm just sitting up here, looking for my little crackers. Once I got them, I end up looking back up and look back down there at where they was again. He sits up there and he was like, and I just walked off. So I go down towards the electronics area over in the little home area or whatever, because I needed me some towels. In there. So I done got the towels or whatever. And I'm about to get ready to leave out of the towel aisle. Tell me why he pops up. He pops up. And it's just me and him in that aisle now. And he was like, what's up, bro? And I'm like, now I'm scared because I'm thinking like, what the fuck he gonna do? Because if he put his hands on me, I promise we gonna tear this motherfucking aisle up. And I'm just like, what you mean? And he was like, he started smiling. He was like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, nothing. Ain't you with your girl? And he was like, don't worry about all that. I'm trying to find out what's up with you. I'm like, sir, go back to that girl. Go back to her. I'm not doing it. Go back to her. He told me some man, damn. He like, damn, I can't know your name. No, you can't know my name. No. And then he was like, shit, can I at least get your number? You got a whole girl, bro. So I'm finna get ready to start walking back over towards wherever he came from, because I'm about to go find this girl. I'm like, nah, I'm finna cause some issues today. And so he was like, bro, what you finna do? I'm finna go find your girl, and I'm finna tell her what you doing. And he, man, bro, don't do no shit like that, man. Don't do no shit like that. And I'm like, you need to leave me the fuck alone. I'm giving you a chance to walk the fuck away. And so he was like, all right, man, shit, just fuck it. And he walks off. Ladies, check these men out here. Your man, there is a possibility that your man may be DL. And there are tall tale signs. These men, they cannot hide their sexuality. They can't hide it. They slip up every day. And ladies, don't you feel like, okay, here's a little tip. If a man is out here going to get his hair cut, going to buy new clothes, always trying to smell good, gotta have the best looking car, gotta have the nicest, like I said, nicest clothes, the nicest house, the nicest girl. They're doing that for the approval of another man. Men do things out here for the approval of another man. You got some guys that don't want the approval of it from another man. They want it from a woman. Now, you do have some of those like this, but most of them want the approval from a guy. And y'all have heard this over years and years. Y'all have heard this. And gays, if a man comes up to you and you know that he got somebody, you better leave him alone. These girls do not deserve that. Or because you got some of y'all out here, y'all give the gay community a bad name. Because why are y'all out here messing around with married people or people that's in relationships? You mess around with these DL guys and stuff, and they putting y'all in danger. They putting all of us in danger. They putting women in danger, and they putting us in danger. They trying to have the best of both worlds, and they trying to straddle their damn fence. You better fall on either side of that fence, and you better pick one side. Because it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. I love my girls and my gays. Girls, watch out for your man. Download Grindr, Jack, or whatever. And try to put a picture of a guy up there or something. Try to catch your man to do something. And gays, leave these men alone. Okay? I got needs. You can get it from somebody else out here. Get it from somebody else that ain't got nobody. Alright? But yeah, cuz I just want to tell you what happened, because these men out here are getting worse by the day. I'll call you back later.
That fool said, I'll call you back later. Let me get this right here. There's one man that said his name was on that list, y'all. Let's check him out, see what he got to say.
So, I'm one of the guys on the DL list, and I just want to apologize to my family, my beautiful wife of 4 years, the church. I just want to apologize to everyone. But I did not know she was a man.
No, serious note. Let's play this right here, y'all.
Javante then took to his social media where he posted a cryptic message on his Facebook. He wrote, "Love," with a heart emoji. At around 9:30 that same night, Javante then traveled to Palomino to the 900 block of 26th Street East, where his 29-year-old cousin, Sequoia Starquez Bryce, lives. Javante met her outside her apartment where she was trying to get into her vehicle to leave. He pointed at her the same gun he had used to kill his mother and pulled the trigger. Sequoia fell to the ground, breathing her last breath. A few minutes after Javante had left the scene of his crime, he took to his Facebook again. This time he wrote, "I love you, bae. Sequoia Bryce. See you in hell." Sadly, Sequoia later passed away about an hour after the shooting at the local hospital. She was a young, vibrant mother who sadly left behind 2 young sons who also, unfortunately, lost their father a few years back, so now they have no parents. But Javante was not done. After that Facebook post, he was on the way to killing the third person. At approximately 10:04 p.m., he arrived at a residence on the 4800 block of 51st Street East. This was an apartment of yet another ex-girlfriend and baby mama who lived with her new partner. And just as he had done earlier, he pulled the trigger again, but this time hitting his ex-girlfriend and baby mama's partner, 31-year-old Chanel Carter, who many affectionately called Pig. Just after the shooting, Javante would go on his social media and post, "Pig, I love you, but you had to go." Like Sequoia, Chanel was a young, vibrant mother raising sons, including one she shared with Javante. At this point, there are 3 crime scenes across the city. The police and Javante's family have been informed, and the family confirmed that all 3 shootings were indeed done by Javante Bryce.
He traveled to the Motel 6 in East Bradenton. Inside one of those rooms was his mother, his mother's boyfriend, and 2 young...
That man had lost his mind. He didn't want nobody to know about none of that. People will unalive you just to keep their secret, y'all. Again, people will unalive you just to keep their secrets. Little short break.
Let me say this real fast. Stand on how you treat me, because I'm going to stand on how I move after that.
Bloop. What Sarah say? Sarah said, wow. Yeah. I mean, you got to be, I don't know. I guess when you suspect your man being down low, you just can't be too out about it, because you might get unalive. That man was on a spree. That man unalive her, that person, and then he unalive ex-girlfriend. So you just can't underestimate a person. You just never know how a person act. I mean, just know that because a man is feminine don't mean that he is DL or he's gay or nothing like that. Like I said, he just probably raised around his mom, and his mama raised him, his sister raised him. You know, he didn't have a daddy figure in his life, so he raised by women, but he still got that firm belief of being a man. So don't let that fool you, because he got raised by a bunch of women. Don't mean that he's gonna be gay or like boys or whatever. You know, he's just a feminine man who like nice things, because that's how he was taught. That's what he saw in his eyes with all the women that he was raised up in his household, and his mom being a woman too, and his dad probably wasn't there, and he probably didn't have nobody come over to be a father figure in his life and get him man, show how to do manly things, as you know, fix your car, change a flat, and you know, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you do that. Or change it. How you tie your tie. Or you put your cufflinks on. How you put this on, that on. As a young man, need them things in the life. As with a man, because when a young man don't have no man in his life, he do have come out being just like his mama, or he got his mama ways, or a sister way, because like I said, he been raised around those kind of women. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a man being raised with no bunch of females, a bunch of women, because he can also be the man that's going to stand firm on the women when they have them old reckless boys coming around the house acting all crazy too. You're going to need a man now to get into them doggone mean boys' butt. And so that also he also may be, I'm sure he still is, his sisters and his mom protector. You feel me? You better not mess with him. Gonna tear your head off your body. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know, I think it's wrong I personally think it's wrong when a man is married, got children. I know what you're saying. I know what you mean, Sarah. A man who has children and goes out and be with his own kind. Now, I just figured that if you're gonna be like that, just leave that woman. Let her. I mean, everybody want kids. Even the down low man want kids. Even some gay men want kids. Even some stud want kids. Even a lot of people want kids. That's in that in the LGBTQ community. You see what I'm saying? They want kids. Because they're two men don't mean they don't want kids. Because the man that's on the down low don't mean he don't want kids. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes man get a woman just so he project, he won't get the projection of him being a gay man because he got a woman on his shoulder. Which really don't mean nothing. But then again, he also want a woman on his shoulder because he want kids as well. See what I'm saying? But then when a man be like that, when you want kids and you still want to have your apples and cakes and pies to eat too, you need to let me know that you're going to be that down low man. So that way, let me decide if I want to have kids by you. You see what I'm saying? Because of the era that you're running in. See, so that's why I feel like a lot of men, like I said, a lot of men date women for a cover because they're ashamed of sexuality. You know what I'm saying? And when I was doing my research and going through different videos, I've seen some most handsomest men. I mean, nice looking, very built, you know what I'm saying? But they was DL. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. But if you're going to be DL, get someone who's going to accept you for being like that. Get someone who's going to accept you from being for being with them and also being with your own kind. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody who's accepted. There's women and there's people that will accept that. And then you got those that will not accept things like that. But you won't never know unless you go out there, you got to ask. Don't put nobody in that predicament. You got to talk to them and see where they at, what kind of headstrong they at, what kind of vibes they got, if they down for that. But everybody ain't like that. They ain't down for that. Everybody don't want to get married and then come and find their man on DL and then had a baby by them. Every woman don't want that. Or just a woman period going with a man that's on DL period. A woman that might not want that, then again she may accept it, then she may not accept it. Who knows? Just like some women may accept a man that's bisexual. They like men and women. Okay. You got some men, some women that like that. You got some women that don't like it. It's all just in your preference of what you do and what you don't like, right? So we can't choose nobody what they like. And I can't choose to this man that don't be no DL man, that ain't you, whatever. You like what you like, you into what you into, you do what you want to do, right? Right. And you fall in love who you want to fall in love with. But then again, is it possible to fall in love with two people of the opposite sex and you, that person that's involved with both ends? See what I'm saying? And then when a person like that and they're gay or DL or bisexual, don't you think you need to let that person know so they can be more protective of themselves and how they need to move with you, as far as not want to use no protection because they think they're the only person and that you into women, you into them, but then in reality you're not. So that's when you need to let the person know what your preference is, and then that way they know how to cover themselves as far as STDs or 3 words. Your 3 words is throw the H and the E with a V. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? People need to know. You get to let people know what the preference is, because if you don't, like I just showed that man, he went through that and then unalived everybody. Not because he didn't want to be with them, because he's been outed. And when you out a person that's on a DL, you out a person that's bisexual, some people don't take that so well. They can't take it. Some people don't take it well. They go through other methods to release the pain, to release the stress that you cause upon them. See, because they are labeled or they do things differently don't mean they don't have feelings and they don't feel certain kind of ways. They have feelings like anybody else, as they should. But then you would think, well, they should be a little bit stronger by because of what the things that they're doing. They're not stronger because they're just the same person as anybody else and with the feelings of anybody else. But then when you try to out them, that's when you mess up. So I always think it's always, but with no matter what your race is, or no matter what your with your belief is, no matter what you do or who you are, I always give a person the benefit of the doubt. And when you give them the benefit of the doubt, let them show you in so many ways if they're right or wrong for you. See what I'm saying? Because there's always sign for somebody who's right for you, and there's always signs for somebody that's wrong for you. And like if there are signs for that, there are signs to show you that your man is dear. There's a sign to show you that your woman is dear. And there are also dear women. Don't think it's not. Oh, there's a lot of down low women. You hear me? Don't make me go find them. I think I am coming back with the down low women. You think the men down low? No, you women, and me too, because I am a woman. There are down low women. When I was doing my research and I was digging for videos and going in and out different places, I found a lot of places and a lot of people was talking about how there are down low women. So you got women that like women, and I think those are ones they call the lipstick. What they call them? I don't want to lie, and I don't want to get it wrong. Lipstick stud, I've heard it called a name several times, but it hit me off guard because I didn't think I was gonna talk about it, but same thing about it. But it's lipstick something for a woman. That means that she wear lipstick, she dresses like a woman and everything, but then she's also into women. So there are DL women. You got women that's married to men, but really they like women. You got women, there's women like that too. So don't just think and don't just look down on the man who is DL because they're not by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the same category by themselves because guess what? There are women also that's on a DL. And those women, I do believe, are the lipstick women, the women who wear lipstick and all the makeup and things like that. That's what I believe. And I cannot think of the word for that in the doggone world. What they call that woman when she wear lipstick and she like women. I can't think of it. But y'all may know what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say, the name I'm trying to call, because you might know. But there's women that, like I said, there are down low women. And you got down low men. Now, if you got down low women, how down low could she be if she with a normal man and she got kids? I guess it's the same way with a man. Man got kids, got a wife, got some on the side on down low. I guess the same thing with a woman. She got kids. She wear lipstick. She dress up like a woman. Then she's indulging herself with other women. So like I said, you do have down low women. So we just can't look down on a man because he down low or bisexual. You got bisexual women. You got down low women. You got bisexual men. You got down low men. Down low men. You got straight men. You got straight women. You got women of all kinds. You got men of all kinds. But who are we to judge, right? But just as long as they don't push their sexuality off on you or off on your kid or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But they're human just like us. They got feelings just like us. But why you saying all these about these down low people and these LGBTQ? Because they're human just like everybody else. They're human just like everybody else. But they're being more targeted than anybody else right now. They're getting targeted more than anybody else right now, or in my LGBTQ community. I got friends. I got homeboys. Tight right. Wouldn't trade them for nothing in the world. I got homegirls, tight right. Wouldn't trade nothing in the world. But they're not down low. The men or the women. They own up to what they are and what they want to be and what they want in their lives. You know, again, if you're in the LGBTQ community and you got domestic violence going on, domestic violence relationship, I got those resources on my community wall. You can look those up. The same thing for a woman, man. I got resources. If you're not an LGBTQ community, I still got resources, which is a 1-800 number for you also on my community wall for domestic violence as well. We all noticed, and we did and I did the statistics where the women are the more violent when it comes down to the LGBTQ community. Okay. Things of that sort. But anyway, yeah, everybody got feelings, no matter what their sexuality is, whatever they got feelings, and you're gonna love who you want to love, you're gonna be who you want to be with, no matter what, you know. We heard one boy say, you know, he got like that went from things started at an early age with him, you know what I'm saying? And again, when you let your kids go stay with people, you got to know who they stand with, what's going on, you know. And perhaps, you know, if you was here earlier, perhaps the older man that did it to the young man, maybe if he was, you know, I guess, I don't know, he had to know it was wrong because he was creeping at night. But like I said, his daddy did it to him. So you don't know what the status of the person or their sexuality from when they was they abused like that when they was little, you know, and you know what made you turn to where you are, you know. It's different circumstances and different reasons for everything that went on in a person's life, and that what made you to the person to what you are today. There's different things, different reasons, different statistics, different outcome, and all that. You know what I'm talking about? So you just can't be just out there judging people off of looks no more. You can't be judging people off of what you just might think. You got to understand and know what you're talking about nowadays. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I have no problem with down low men. I have no problem with bisexual men, women, none of that. My thing is just don't try to push your sexuality out on other people that you know that's not like that. And not only that, you know, 9 times out of 10, a man know a down low man. A woman know a down low woman. A bisexual man know a bisexual man. A bisexual woman know a bisexual woman. They know. They know. And like the man said earlier, don't ask no gay person to go to try to find out if your man is gay. They're giving them opportunity to go in there and take that man from you and do things that he want to do, or try to turn him to how he want him to be. Don't do that. Yes, sir. Should told his mom could have stopped it. Yes, his mom could have stopped it. Could have stopped it. Right. But then when a kid asks you why you do that, because my dad did it to me. So I'm still wondering, and right today, was that man doing that to his kids? Because apparently we know we heard the man said he had a son. He was just seeing his son, right? So yeah, that's crazy. So y'all gotta be careful who you let your kids go spend the night at. You see where they go spend the night at, who they spend the night with. You know, they might have a dad there, it might be buff. Fine. Woo! My goodness. But then he might be on the other end, like, you know, the first part of the video. When we first started out talking about it. It might end up happening, you know what I'm saying? But you have to watch people. You gotta watch people move, every move they make, how they turn, how they twist their body. Like old girl, so she's in the club, gonna have a good time. But the only thing I didn't agree with what she did when she went to the club with that dude was, I didn't agree with her paying for his ticket that he left for her to pay for when he took her out. So it's basically like she took her own self out. You know what I'm saying? And then she didn't drive. You know, you women and men, when you all go on a date, take your own set of wheels. You just never know what may happen in time of the lunch or with anything can pop off. Just like that old girl in the restaurant. Like, old boy went to the restaurant when old boy wife was calling. He had the phone turned down, and old boy flipped the phone upside, flipped the phone right side up to see who was calling. It said wifey on it. See what I'm saying? But then he trying to hide that, and then old boy didn't pay for his food. Now, why would you want to go on a date and don't take your own food? Who goes on a date and don't take their own, not food, I'm sorry. Who goes on a date and don't take their own money? When I go on a date, y'all, I take my money regardless. I got my card to slide, or I got me a couple of dollars to pay for my dinner. You know what I'm saying? I never go out to eat and don't have my money for my own, because you just never know when a person might turn on you and don't want to buy your food, or something might go wrong at the conversation y'all had at the table. Well, I ain't paying for her food. You're going to buy our own food, or I'm going to the restroom and leave you just stuck with your bill and his bill too. Oh, no, baby. But like I said, don't never judge a person. I always ask a person. If you want to know, ask. Don't judge. You know, judging a person, you know, we ain't the judge, and we sure ain't the jury. We can't judge nobody by the way they live their life or the status of their life. Where they live their life and the status of their life, they're just on them. Who are we telling to change their way that they live in their life and the status and things that they do in their life? We're not that person. We're not taking care of that person, doing nothing for that person to do that. We just running our mouths. And while we running our mouths, do we change the way and things that we got going on in our life and the way we think of ourselves and the way we do things among ourselves? If we could tell somebody else how to change their life accordingly, sure, we could tell somebody how we can need to change our lives as well, right? So don't expect for somebody to do something that you won't do. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell somebody to do something that you won't do on your own. That's all I'm saying. If I say something or I tell somebody or I suggest something, because I will also do it myself. You see what I'm saying? I will do it. But I'm telling y'all don't be so quick to let your kids go nowhere and spend the night. If you missed part of the video, go catch and see why I purpose saying that. You got to know where your kid is going and who household is going in, who all stay there, how many brothers, sisters, daddy, mama, dogs, cats. You need to know all that will come down to your baby. You know what I'm saying? From this video that I played today, I've learned a whole lot. Like I said, I learned a lot when I was doing my researching. I did a whole lot as I was listening. I learned a lot. And I'm telling you, I didn't know they were calling them women's DL on the down low. So now I know they got down low women. You see what I'm saying? I've learned that when I was doing my research. And I will be back with the down low women. You hear me? Oh, I'm coming back with it, most definitely. Because I want to know, and I want to see what's going on with the down low women. How do they look? Are they the people who wear lipstick and wear their hair all pretty and be all cute and stuff, be the main ones who be on the side, you know what I'm saying? But then be hiding it. You know, I just want to know. Seriously, right, great lie. Thank you, Sarah. I just want to know, y'all. I'm just curious. But hey, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna get up out of here. I'll be back on Tuesday with Cheaters, y'all. Cheaters Chronicles. And then I will have something to tell you all. And if you could go over and subscribe to Kings and Queen reaction videos, make sure you subscribe to that boy, Hood Talk, that boy, DC. Subscribe to CK Laser Generations. And Tori got a channel. I don't know what name of Tori new channel is. I heard Tori had a new channel. Make sure you subscribe to Sober Journey, which is Toya. You got Just Me TT, and you got the Watch Tribe. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to him. And also, you got Shank Rock, and you got Miss Parker, and you got Looney Tune. Oh y'all, if y'all know Looney Tune be jamming, y'all. I don't think I hate about Looney Tune, y'all. He ain't jamming when I be at the doggone gym. So Looney Tune, you be listening, my brother. I wish you can be jamming that good jam when I be at the gym, man. You be jamming your doggone butt out, dude. I love the music you play. You be on it. I be in my room vibing like a mug. My little feet just be moving on the floor. Little feet just be getting it. My little head just be getting it. Little Tune be jamming over there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, little dude doing it. And I also be kicking it with Big Philly OG. Now he's a cool old cat. He's more to Black power, knowledge. He's more into the community. He's more into the right and wrong, the powerful things like that. So y'all check them. Y'all check out all the people that I just talked about. Those are good people. Those are people who don't have a bunch of Rick Monroe going and they chat and stuff, and you can go in there and feel homey, comfortable, and things like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all got to know what I'm talking about, right? Right. But anyway, y'all, Pep ain't here. So y'all know she have a yard service, a lawn service, and she also have her income tax service, and she got a whole bunch of Pep got a lot of grandkids, lots of grandkids. So she's very busy on that end. But I'm gonna put her and the grandkids to work in a few minutes. Y'all heard me. We put our boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Oh, I got my boots on the ground. I hate seeing a little baby doing that dance, but I love the song. But they getting the word out. But I hate to see that baby shaking her little pamper, but she be getting it though. Somebody taught her well. But I hope she can do them ABCs and 1, 2, 3s good when she time to go to school. And I want to see, but this is a baby everybody you see with the boots on the ground, that shaking her little pamper. She in college now. Or she's got 25 scholarships been handed to her, been offered to go to different colleges. I hope I can see something good for that baby while she out here twisting that pamper. But you know what? I ain't even mad. But y'all go hit that like, share, subscribe. But I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be back on Tuesday with Cheaters. And I have a big announcement to make when I come back. Also, check me out in the morning time. I'll be going to work out in the morning time for my health. I'm feeling good. I've been over there pulling that rope. That rope be tiring me out. I broke out into a whole sweat. Perkins started running on the treadmill. I'm still doing things a little lightly, like my doctor says. So I'll do a little running still on the treadmill a little bit. I'm trying to get it in there. But yeah, anyway, all of it. Anyway, I have to get up off here. But y'all check out all the sites and everything. And y'all, keep your eyes open because a lot of kids are missing. Check out my community wall for missing kids. I got some missing kids, adults, of our races. It don't matter. I got them on there because we love our loved ones. When they come missing, we still want to know where they at. They are very valuable to us. We want to know everything. So y'all make sure I keep it out on my community wall. It may be some people y'all might know over the cities, different states. It may be some people in your state that need to be more coverage on, or be shared. Maybe shared, need to be shared. So if it's some missing kids on my community wall that you need to share, please share them. Let's bring them everybody home to their family members, their loved ones, because we all love our family. We all want our family to be safe and and be able ready body to be there for us, right? Like we're gonna be there for them, right? Right. But anyway, y'all, Pep always say, keep your head on swivel. Each one teach one. Me, my motto is, how the hell you gonna love somebody? You gonna love yourself. Peace, and we out. Uptown.